Hello everyone, welcome to the new channel. All these people, they turned up for the announcement. These are the true lore fans. Looking at you, Mr. Hat. Anyway, yes, this is the Idiot's Review channel. So yeah, new year, new channel. I mean, the other one is still going to be there. The reason I've set this one up is because I sort of thought the showcase stuff, and I was looking at Doctor Who figures and Minecraft mods, I sort of a bit worried it wasn't taking over the original channel, it was sort of drifting away from what we wanted it to be, which was us just playing random games, doing silly things, doing challenges and stuff. And people are coming up with challenges and things and recommendations and stuff on the Discord, which is great, so go join that. So let me sort of give catch up if anyone's sort of new. So this isn't my main channel. My main channel is Idiots Incorporated. That's where I do lots of play fun games and do stupid stuff. We have little series and game stuff where I do stuff with either with myself or with friends, with things like Fallout and Minecraft and all that sort of stuff. This one, it's all gonna be more about not reviews. I worry about calling especially these mod ones reviews because I don't feel professional enough or have enough knowledge about mods or like making them to sort of have a good idea about them, and also that all the people that watch these are going to be the people who sort of make them. But yes, today we are starting off strong. We are looking at Dalek Mod Update 70, which actually was the first mod I looked at when I started doing Minecraft mods on the other channel, actually, now I think back about it. Yes, I think it was. So yes, this is Dalek Mod Update 70. This started over Christmas. They did sort of an advent thing. I'm going to sort of gloss over the Christmas stuff and focus just on the sort of everything else stuff. I mean, I'm still recording this technically within the 12 days of Christmas, so it isn't like sort of, you know, sort of, I was going to say illegal, that's not the right word. I'm not going to get bad luck, is what I'm saying. When this comes out, probably after 12 days of Christmas, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so we're going to sort of go by section and sort of go through everything, and we'll look at the TARDIS and stuff last. So they've had a few sort of, so for blocks, it's really just these sort of candy cane things. I like these ones, the green and blue ones, and you've got these sort of full ones, you've got the ones with sort of the innards, and it's made with candy canes. You just find the candy cane, or you craft them with sugar, white dye and red dye, I think depending on what colour you want. So it's always white dye and then the other colour, so purple, orange, there you go, there's the blue one there, so that's blue and grey. So it just depends on the colours that are in the thing. So yeah, magenta, da-da-da. That's all sort of there and there. So the next one's, can you not shut up? I'm making a video here. Down to decorations, there are a few more things. There's a few Christmassy things, like the wreath and the stocking. We have Auton Mickey's head, because if you ever want, you know, if you want his disembodied head, then you can. We've got the paving stone, and not Christmassy, but I was sort of looking at it because this is the old 1.12 snow globe, which I did always quite like. Is it the same crafting recipe? It is the same crafting recipe. It's glass and a bit of lapis in the middle. So we've got the paving slab. This is based off Love and Monsters, isn't it? I don't know if you can. Can you name it? I wonder if you can name it and we get a different name. Can we go on shift still? Oh my god, it does! That's what the paving slab does. That does a lot more than I thought it does. No crafting recipe. There was no crafting recipe for it, wasn't there? Mash, no. Okay, redstone. Okay, so a lot of this stuff came up before the advent. So they got, I think these are new. These painted doors. I think they work on redstone currents, don't they? Or with the Sonic. Yeah, so they're like painted iron doors, essentially. Which is quite nice. And then you've got the same for trapdoors. So you have these lovely crystalline lamps, which I think are just always on. They're always on. So this is the crystalline. I think that's the default one. Oh, the black one doesn't. Oh, do they have different light levels? So let's do some real maths here. Okay, so it's 0, 14, 14, 9, 5, 2. As you can craft straight away if you just have the stained glass. It's steel and then crystalline block. And the crystalline you have to get from the ore, don't you? From the meteorites, yes. So you have these sort of redstone ones. You've got the... you got all these things. So you've got the TARDIS detector. Does that have to land on the TARDIS? Is that what triggers the redstone signal? Yes, it does. So I guess that one doesn't have a signal, but that one does. So it looks, you need smooth stone, redstone repeater, redstone comparator, 2 glass blocks, and a lodestone amplifier, which does something. That's from when it first came out, so I can't remember that far back. If it lands on it, it activates the redstone signal. So if you want to wire something to go off when your TARDIS lands, it can do that. We have the Sonic Resonator. That works with the Sonic Screwdriver or the Sonic Shades. We'll look at them later. So you click, and it makes a little noise, and it makes a redstone signal. The one I've yet to figure out is the Sonic Activator, because it doesn't work. It makes a noise. Maybe it's just a sound block. I'm sure it does something very interesting. I think just in a scenario it emits a redstone signal, because the one I do know is this one, the click detector. So what you do, if you bind the button, I think the default is Z, I've got it to K. If you click K, you click your finger, and your TARDIS will open. Open the doors with a snap of his fingers. And it's actually got quite a bit of range. So if we what? So it's minus 2... So 780. Door went, but that is a few blocks away. So it's about 16 blocks. I think is that right? My maths might be wrong. I'm sure editor me will tell me if the maths was right. Transportation is something we need for transportation. This was one of the last things I had in the advent calendar, if I remember correctly. It's Vortex manipulation. You don't wear it. How do you craft it? You need steel, leather, iron, and a diamond. And it works like the old one does. So you just put your coordinates in and you choose the dimension you want to travel to. I imagine it uses some sort of fuel, like Zyton crystals, or the 1.12 used to use ender pearls, I believe. Miscellaneous, we've got some new mobs. There's also the TARDIS and the psychic paper. We've got the warrior Dalek, swamp Dalek, stone Dalek, toy Dalek, Lego Dimensions Dalek, Christmas tree remote, and Roboform. We'll leave the Christmas tree remote. We'll look at the... Actually, let's get a gun. I know there are some new weapons, but we'll just use this netherite sword so we won't spoil the weapons. So we've got a Roboform. Oh, so you get the Santa ones, or like the sort of normal ones. They're cool, and they drop... Did I already have that one? Or did it drop two... Jesus! Or did it try to shoot something else? Oh, that got the Roboform mask. Oh, that's creepy. Then we've got the... Let's put it near the Iron Golem, actually, so the Iron Golem can kick its teeth in. So we've got the Lego Dimensions Dalek. Oh god, that guy went flying. So it isn't... Because I've got the Lego Ideas Dalek. You get that here as well? That just is like a sort of a custom Dalek. I've tried to build one like that. Actually, I do have a Dalek that's sort of actually similar to that. I think they've got... Oh my god, they killed the Golem! I think they've still got sand hats because it is still sort of within Christmas, so they've still got sand hats on. We've also got the Toy Dalek, which is... I can't remember exactly what they're from. Oh, I read it somewhere, but I guess it was based on an old toy. We got the Stone Dalek, so like the sort of Stone Paradigm Dalek. We got the Swamp Dalek, which I guess spawns in swamps. Do they do anything different? And then we have the Warrior Ducks. Now, I do know... Oh, they do fire like sort of... Oh, they fire poison, that makes sense. And the Warrior Ducks, I think I know what these are. These are sort of 70s Daleks, aren't they? Oh, I thought they had the ones with the machine gun. Oh, look, they do. Some of them have the machine gun. Look, that guy has. So you get the sort of 70s look, so sort of the gunmetal grey or the silver from Death, but sometimes you get the machine gun. So this one on Iron Golem, they could get shot with machine guns. Oh, look, see, it had a little gun effect, so that has the... So they have the little gun, which is nice. Then we have the TARDIS, so it just does what it used to do. It's a bit easier, you just sort of right-click. And I think if you shift-click, you do yourself. The psychic paper... Now, I have done a mod that also had the psychic paper. This does it slightly differently. It's essentially just like a sort of private messaging system. Psychic paper is a circuit, paper, and leather. And the TARDIS is Dark Stardust. Wait, I don't know if we even get that. Stainless steel, 2 sonic crystals, and some redstone circuits. Can you craft the Christmas tree remote? I assume you drop it from the Roboform. It's like a rare drop. Now, the last one is this guy. This was the last... Oh my god, all the zombies that have turned up in this village. Let's plop it down here. Let's plop the Dark Emperor down here. So is he like a mini-boss? Oh, he's just a block. I assume you can find him somewhere on Skaro and you can mine the Dalek Emperor. Doesn't do anything yet. But he looks cool. Maybe if you find him on Skaro, he actually does something. But, you know, cool little model of the one from Evil. You now have some like shades, which are crafted very similar to the old ones. We've got plastic blocks, black stained glass, and a sonic screwdriver in the middle. Sonic screwdriver is crafted like this. And you just put them on, and then the default key is R. So it tells you things about, so it tells you the mobs you're looking at, gives you the entity name and stuff, so you get, so that's blocks. So it's sort of like a what am I looking at sort of block. So the task is, oh, it does sort of exist, and you press R, and it does all the things that Sonics can do. So you can ignite creepers, and all sorts of things. Like I said, there are new weapons, which we need now because everyone's getting killed by zombies. We've got the trumpet gun. Does that. It's incredible. Oh, that is how I want to ignite my portals. So you can't build them, you get them, I guess, from Roboforms. Bye-bye, rabbit. The Liberator gun, which you have to find, I guess. Which I believe, isn't it from Blake 7? I love that noise. It's such an 80s noise. Oh, but it's powerful. Okay, I think he's just already weak. I love that noise. That is the most 80s noise. Because Blake 7, that was from the 80s, 70s, 80s. And I always links a lot with... There's little crosses past a lot. We have the Sontaran gun. Does that have a crafting recipe? Do any of these have a crafting recipe? No, they don't. So I guess you find them or just sod it. So we've got... a little Sontaran gun, sort of based, I guess, sort of like the sort of New Who ones. We've got an Auton gun, which actually has the proper Auton gun name. I guess you get this from killing. We have the ray gun, and that is the proper ray gun noise. I played enough Black Ops 2 to recognise that noise. The Wunderwaffe. I never did the DLC, so I don't know if that sounds right. And then we've got Vandal and the Kuronami Vandal. I don't know what these are from, and when the gun actually fires, it sounds like someone gently coughing in a lift, but that's just me. I think my favourite is probably the Liberator one. I just love the noise. Like, that does sound like someone getting shot in like a Tom Baker episode. Or should I say Tom Baker MBE. But he's an MBE now. And also, Stephen Fry's a Sir, which that's just right. Sir Stephen Fry. It just works so well. Right, that's all the guns. There's nothing new in the brewing. We've done transportation. Now we go to these things. So there's the keys. And now you also get key rings, which are quite nice. So you get a key ring, you just craft it with stainless steel, and then you can dye it. And then what you do in your crafting window or a crafting table, you just put them all together, and then you have 3 keys. So if you have like sort of a collection of TARDISes and you have them all linked up separately, you put them all on here, and you have a collection of all your keys. I guess if you have them like that, you can still dye it, I imagine. So you do that, and there you go. So you can dye it after you try. I did it with. Let's try it with that one. Oh, there we go. It worked that time. If you throw it in water, does it work with just any water? No, I think it only works with a cauldron for whatever reason. You get a rusted key. So it does the same. Oh, the Roboman. Oh, because they added Robomen, didn't they? Are Robomen not here? Robomen. I think Daleks make them. I think they're sort of like zombified villagers. So if a Dalek attacks a villager, they turn into a Roboman, and they wear this helmet. So sort of like the Dark Invasion of Earth one, the big sort of chunky one. I always like the ones from the Cushing films. Those sort of like leather sort of biker suits, and they had guns as well. They had guns and whips. I don't think the Robomen in the Hartnell story ever had guns. Oh no, we want to look at let's look at the Eye Stalks. So they used to be just this one, the Time War Dalek Eye Stalk, which had this view, but now you get the Skaro one, which has sort of the classic Skaro look. The Imperial one, which is this sort of green sort of HUD, sort of reminds me of from Remembrance of the Daleks, and the Paradigm one, which is this. Now that is cool. I do like that. And I think it works like this. I think the idea is if you have that and the plunger and the gun stick, you can blend in with Daleks, and Daleks won't shoot you. So they've changed how the TARDIS works. So you still craft it all the same sort of way, but now you get a bit more choice with what you have. So you get the Sidrat, the Sidrat from War Games, the regular TARDIS capsule. You also get choice of the Bad Wolf and the regular police boxes. And then they've added a few more. So they've changed the Hartnell one, so it's a bit more of a blue. It used to be more of a greeny blue. They've made it a bit more blue-ish. We've got the Trout one, thingy on the same. Got the Wardog, which I want to say, does that one look different? Or is that me? I don't know. We've got Tennant, Smith, Clara, Capaldi, regular Capaldi, Jodie, Tennant, Gaswell. Well, I think it's more Jodie. They haven't sort of done the darker blue. You got the one from Eve of the Daleks. You now have Lit McGann, so with the sort of glowy sort of windows, and you also have the Massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve TARDIS, which was, I think actually, wasn't it from like a publicity image? Just really crap, sort of dishevelled looking TARDIS. Let's have just the Hartnell, and now you can choose the interior. So I don't think there's any new interiors. And there's the Coral Mark II. I think that's any new one. I think Epsimo. I think we looked at that. Oh yeah, there's also the Memory TARDIS. That's another new one as well. And there's the ones from the Rebellious Studios Doctors. Their sort of fan film thing, which is quite good. I do love the Doctor Who fan film. Let's have the Coral Mark II. What's... Ooh, how to fly TARDIS. Good. Because I never knew that. Oh no, that is melted. Oh no. So this is a new one. They've got this sort of like updated coral TARDIS. It's a bit bigger. And so, so here's the new lock panel. So you put the key in it, and you can press the button to lock it remotely. Oh, we can have a look at the other police boxes. There's so many more police boxes now. So there's the Bad Wolf one. Legacy we've seen. Mark 14, that's got a few new looks. If you want like a blue or a red one or a grey one or that one, you can. We've got the Rebellious police boxes. That's the one that's used by their 14th Doctor. Sort of the sort of battered one. Two of them have got the windows, the sign are the wrong way around. Like this one's got it flipped. You've got the sort of evil looking red one. This one, I think this is the one I quite like with the white windows. I think this one and the 7th one I quite like. So you've got this one, sort of nice clean one. Actually, no, we'll use the hologram actually for this. This is what I quite like. This sort of one with the sort of nice sort of bluey whitey windows. There's this one, which I would like if they flip the panel back. You've got a sort of realistic police box sort of looking one, and then this is the other one I quite like. That's probably my favourite one actually out of those 7. Then we've got the Prismarine one, which is just the one on its own. We have the Epps Mode police box, which is like the one in the last version. Scrap police box, Tar B. Oh, there's a green one now. Cool. Classic TARDIS. You've got this chunky boy with that lovelier, older, sort of classic original Minecraft door opening noise. Got Anomalous police box, which is, I think that's like a block bench joke. That's like what it looks like when you haven't coloured it. Valentine's police box, Halloween, the Comic Con exclusive one, the Tenebrosus one. Oh, that's quite villainous looking. Wild police box, which is just the McGowan one, really, but has Bad Wolf on the side. I think he's not like sort of dented in any ways. No. Oh, and it's got the 14th Doctor inside. How lovely. How quaint. And we got the Schalke one. Good old Schalke. Real police box. So these ones open outwards. So you've got this sort of one with the blue windows. Got one with all this sort of other stuff on it. That's... Did that maybe like a Scottish one? Or that's a Scottish one? I can't remember. The only police box, like real police box I've seen, there's one in Bournemouth. It's like a really big chunky one. And people have actually put Doctor Who stuff in the windows. Like they've put like a TARDIS soap dispenser from like a toy Dalek. I think they actually have like a defibrillator in it. So, you know, like the Ruther, it goes around saving lives. Movie police box, that's based on the one from the Cushing films. So like that, the doors open. Then do the thing where I think if you went in it, the doors opened, or when it took off, the windows lit up. We've got the pagodas. I don't think there's any new pagodas. At least sort of like more wooden ones. The phone booths, fridges, block stacks, sandcastles, TARDIS shrines, and you got the sort of which one had the pillar? Like that sort of pillar. Was it Castrovalva? I think it was Castrovalva that had the pillar. Oh, time scoop. So if you there you go. If you want to reenact the 5 Doctors, actually, can I have that one on this? Because I want to fly that round. I bet that looks amazing. Oh yes. Doom doom doom. Balls of fire. No, okay, it's fun. Right, back to the list because there are more. I've seen now. There's loads more. We've got the vending machines. There, I think they've always been. Oh, you now get like a Nuka-Cola one. That's nice. Dumpster, toy TARDIS. You can have. This was in 1.12. Denny's Fisher, I think it was. Yeah, it's like a big sort of cardboard box thing. And you've got the Lego Dimensions one as well, which actually has a little TARDIS inside. Isn't that cute? Has this got a snowy look? No, it doesn't. Okay. Then we've got teeny tiny TARDIS. So that's like the character building one, sort of chunkiness. And then we have the Adventure in Time police box. So you've got this sort of Tom Baker inspired one. You've got the Troughton one. You've got the sort of Pertwee one with the sort of funny windows. This sort of greeny one. And then you've got the red one. Ah, that was it. In the Legacy ones, there's these ones as well, which I think... Oh, these two, the Valiant ones from 1.12, they're back as well. Yes, I guess we could do what, you know, do what I always do with these and go looking through all the other police box, all the other interiors. Which I think the ARS thing is down here. Oh, there it is. I think this has got corridors and stuff as well, this one. That's the fault locator. There's the ARS thing. Right, so we've seen that one. We want... Which one do we want? I swear I've looked at that one, but I think we'll look at it anyway. We'll have a quick run through. So this is the Epsimo one. So I never really liked it. I never really liked the sort of. I think it's just the color scheme. It was so long ago since I did the last one of these. Update 69. It was a very long time ago. But I think I've just never found the color scheme. It's very just sort of stark, and there's no sort of. I guess these randals look sort of cool, but I preferred it when it was like there was circle and half ones, like they were sort of separate blocks. All that stuff you can get from the shoppers. I mean, actually, you get some of you. You get them from the Kablam shop. Oh, there's all these different filters and things now. So there's all the seasonal stuff. So some of it, if you can't craft it, you buy it from here. I think actually you get K-Landers from here, actually, I think. Now, so there's this one. So these are the blocks you need to build it. So I guess it's probably a bit funky, this one, because it's got... Which I have seen, I mean, loads of other mods have done it before, but yeah, it's pretty good. You got the... I guess that's the copper, I guess. Is it the copper or the coral? And you got sort of... That's obviously the Hartnell one. You've got the Tom Baker on the ceiling. You've got one of these. I guess that one. Isn't that meant to be the new one? Because then they put the new console in this version before it was actually in the show. And then that's. But you've got a special weapons Dalek statue back there. I just realised. And you've got I guess it's like one of the sort of 80s ones there. And I think it has also got an interior, and they follow the same sort of thing. So it's all the different colours. You've got the sort of 80s one there. You've got the 60s. You've got the sort of funky purpley pink bit. You've got sort of coral section, sort of a Smith Capaldi sort of bit, honey. No, and then you've got the sort of steel bit, all the time rotors, and then sort of a vanilla bit with some sponge. Oh, it does. I just realised it. Oh, yeah, I think they do this now. They, instead of making them all separate, the same TARDIS, it eats the interior. It's sort of like how, isn't it Teebs that does this? Yeah, I think Teebs does this. It eats. They sort of eat each other when you build them. I very rarely look at fan TARDISes in this. I mainly look at the ones based on the show. But for this, we'll have a look. So this one needs a lot of orange concrete. So this is the 14th Doctor, the repository one. And I have seen these because I do watch them, and they are very good. You've got a little hologram of his TARDIS. You've got, I guess, gonna do like a car. That's at the back door there. You've got Weeping Angel there in stasis. You've got a little seating area, lots of doors and the stuff. Lots of Dalekanium storage. You got, is that meant to be like a jukebox sort of thing? Is that meant to, oh, I've screwed up all his doors. Oh no, that's horrible. I believe in this the one is played by DT10. In that didn't he play this Doctor? I think that's the law. I don't know. I do quite like. I do quite like this one. I like the sort of shape. Don't know how you get to this top level made of mushroom stem. Isn't me? It was like everyone stopped building with mushroom stem now. Like I swear another one of these times I looked at had mushroom stem. Weird thing. Like it's when I woke up one day and like sort of it was like, oh, we're always using. Was I to use mushroom block today? I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, well, I like all this bit down here, all these sort of boxes and stuff. Next is, I guess, 16th Doctor. So it's the Cathedral one, which is sort of very secondary Tom Baker inspired, and I think another one that I do like. I always forget the doors down here. Of course, it doesn't look as good because it used 1.12, so it had the Tom Baker windows and stuff that look like stained glass windows and stuff. And the walls look. I guess the walls look. I guess they've tried to make it similar because they haven't had the alternating things. And they can't be armchairs. But I've always liked because it used chiseling bits, doesn't it? So you get these really cool shaped banisters. No, I'm not a big fan of having like a windy staircase. I like having sort of a direct route between the door and the console. It's a weird thing I just like to have. So I probably would have had the door, say, like here, next to you, sort of very nice replications of those sort of Hartnell pillars. They got the sort of little sphere arrow thing, door. Got the bookshelves. I like the different chairs there, made of some funky blocks there, smooth pink plastic, whatever. I never had like an observatory roof. That's cool. I do love this sort of roof design. Yeah, I see why they call it cathedral. It does feel very sort of vast. I imagine there would be an echo if you like shouted in here, because that's a very tall, very open, very clean roof. No, this one I don't think you see this one a lot. I kind of like. It's a bit messy. Again, it doesn't look as good because it has the half bits here. If it was all like solid blocks, it would look better. Is that an armor stand in there? No, it's a fence. Oh well, I've screwed that up. Good thing I don't have a debug stick. Right. Or bad thing actually, because I would have fixed it. Never mind. Stop talking. It's a bit sort of cluttered and messy, but I guess it's called the shipwreck. It looks a bit sort of messed up. I guess it's meant to look a bit sort of wrecked, I guess you could say. So you know, put the sort of the Artron thing here to give it a bit of power. I thought, yeah, all the ladders are broken and corridors are. Well, I quite like the corridors. A bit sort of thin, but well, I think they're low because of these sort of steel bits, and they're too wide. Normally I do sort of odd number basements. Then you have sort of this effect. It's all right. Has its good bits, its bad bits, like all good consoles. But no, it's pretty. I think that is now everything. I think we've looked through all through all the new interiors. Let's just have what should we end? Let's end with the adventure police box. No, I want the first one. That one. Yes, that's one the one I wanted. Because I think with 1.21, I guess when they move to 1.21, Adventures in Time will go with it, which is good actually because Adventures in Time links with sort of a space mod called Ad Astra, I think it's called. So essentially means, I guess, if you could link Dalek Mod with Adventure Time, you could, in theory, I guess, link Dalek Mod with Ad Astra, which is a really cool sort of space mod. So you know, I might do something with that in the future. But yes, that's it. This channel's sort of full swing, and I have to juggle 2 channels, which sounds like fun, but probably won't be as difficult as I'm making it out to be. But yes, that is it for today. Thank you very much, as always. Do stick around, keep an eye out. Lots of videos. Not really a schedule. I just ran out of things to say, so I just stopped talking. No, yes. Thank you very much for watching. Stick around here to see what other videos come up in the next sort of week or so. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Didn't go quite to plan.
It was funny though.